What is reality? Is reality what you feel? Is it what you believe?
On this day, I felt puzzled and confused and decided to wander in Prospect Park. And it was a very serene walk because there was almost no people out, and it was a long walk in the park, in the snowy ground of Brooklyn Prospect Park. And along the way, there were so many things that I saw. There was this snowman that I encountered as I crossed a bridge, which felt like away from society. Then you find a snowman throwing a snowball. It's pretty cool. This was before the big snowfall, and you could see that the snow stayed. And then I didn't go back after the big snowfall, but it was just nice to see, the people make the best of a beautiful snow day. And even in this chaos that feels uncomfortable, everything could be harmonious. I also encountered this pond, and it was totally frozen. And there was a part of me that stopped and said, can I just stand here? And then always when I see a frozen pond, I always wonder, can I walk? Can I cross the ice? Can I walk in it? But of course I didn't. But it was just a thought that came to my mind. And it was just nice to wonder. But then I see these birds standing on the ice, and I was like, wow, they can handle that cold. So I just admire it. And I would see how the water would rise and move the ice a little bit. I was like, yeah, that's not stable. But they have these ladders everywhere just in case of an emergency. Just in case anyone goes in and decides to be brave enough, but I wasn't. This is the whole pond, Le Farc, center of lake. And this is that point where it was in the map. And here I see, at first glance, I was just stopping. I wanted to rest. And I see different animals in it, including this swan. I think it is a swan or a goose. And I couldn't see his head, but yeah.
What is reality? Is reality what you feel? Is it what you believe? Is it what you think could be? Is it your dreams? Is reality what you tap into, or is it what you can manifest? As I sit here and I look at this bird sitting on ice, and I have a coat, freezing, but yeah, you can see this swan sitting on the ice, looking majestic, looking relaxed. He's plucking his feathers and just chilling, as we say, right? He doesn't need a roof, he doesn't need a house. The world is his house, and right now this pond, the frozen pond, is his house. And he could fly anywhere, he can go anywhere. Yeah, he chooses to stand or sit on this pond of ice. When I sat here just now, I didn't really notice the bird, because as you can see right now, he doesn't show his head. So he must be feeling some sort of cold, but it's not as cold for him. It's not so cold for him to leave the pond. And as there's this one there's a bunch of birds over there. All those white dots are birds, and they all seem to be partaking in the ice, in the snow, in the cold. And you have to just sit, relax. The difference between these two creatures is that here's one by himself, and over there is a bunch. So which one is real? Which one is right? The one that's sitting over there with the community, cold, or this one that's by himself here in cold? Which reality do we choose? Take a deep breath and let me know what you think. Is reality what you believe that's gonna happen? Is reality what is happening right now? Is reality what you want it to happen? What you dreamed about? What is real? Here we have a squirrel. There's another one up here. You can see one up here and the other one here. And they're cold. This is making some sort of sound. And again, yeah, he chooses to sit there in the cold, his tail out behind his head. That maybe give him some heat, but he's not hiding in a cave or something. It's making some noise, which made me stop and like look up what's making that noise. Yeah, he's just standing there in the cold, freezing.
There was a hawk flying around, but by the time I took out my camera, it was already landing. It had already landed, and I wasn't able to find it. Sometimes I think it's right there. I tried to have my camera out for a bit, but he didn't fly away. So I was like, oh, my memory is getting full, so I had to stop recording. This is a place where people do drum circles every Sunday in the summer. And I'm just imagining people playing in the winter. That would have been with a nice fire pit. That would be a very nice event or a very nice ceremony to do in the winter with a fire all around, playing drums and singing. I'm not sure if they do it, but if they don't, they should do it in Prospect Park on the east side of the park. Yeah, that was my walk in Brooklyn, and now this is the fire pit at the moon dance ceremony my wife partakes in. This was her second time dancing, and I was honored to be the man of fire this time around together with 5 other men. And yeah, drastic change of weather and a perfect timing in the winter to be in Costa Rica. That was my walk in Brooklyn Prospect Park, and we left. Hope you enjoy this video. Have a good one.